What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
Hello. Welcome everybody to another live stream here with Flood and Noob. Yeah, we're gonna do one more. Just make sure everything is live here. Yes, it is. Alright, welcome everybody to Malaysia. Welcome to Kuala Lumpur. We are at Kuala Lumpur Airport, International Airport. Okay, so we are at Kuala Lumpur International Airport here in Malaysia, and we're going to fly on over to Jakarta, Indonesia. And to do that, we're going to be using an add-on that I don't use very often. As a matter of fact, I haven't used it in a year or so. That is the Headwind Simulations A330-900. Yes, the A330-900 by Headwind Simulations. It's a freeware. The thing is, when I used to fly it a couple of years ago, it felt really nice to fly. But that's probably because the flight model is not that realistic, to be honest with you. The cockpits have been improved. Excuse me. The cockpit textures have been improved quite well. Not a recent update, it's been improved a while ago. Now the aircraft has been slow in receiving other updates, I believe. And the external textures are still lacking. It also lacks a cabin too. However, at the end of the day, it is freeware. And I believe it is the best A330-900 we have for the Microsoft Flight Sim. I'm not aware of a better one. Obviously for X-Plane 12, we have the tallest A330-900, I believe. Is it tallest or flight factor? It's tallest, sorry. Tallest A330-900, and that one is on another level. But for MSFS, this is what we have to work with. Of course, I'm speaking about just the Neo variant of the A330. We do have the default A330-300 by Builds in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, which is much better quality add-on than this one. But however, being a freeware, we have to take that into consideration, and it's not too bad at all. Whilst it does not match up with fly-by-wire standards on the A380 and A320, it's still something worth checking out if you absolutely love this aircraft. It's fairly simple to fly. It's a very good beginner aircraft. If you're new to flight simulation, it's a very good beginner aircraft. Very good beginner aircraft. As a matter of fact, somebody I know that I would love to introduce to flight simming, I'm gonna get them started on this aircraft right here, because that is this is the one to start with. Anyway, enough of that riffraff. Let's go ahead and get started here. We've got a journey down to Jakarta, Indonesia, my bad. So let's get started. Okay, here is the cockpit, and as you can see, the cockpit isn't too terrible. This is not exactly true to life. Some of these textures and stuff have been they're from fly-by-wire, I believe. So a lot of it isn't exactly true to life as per the A330-900. However, I think it's good enough. So yeah, let's go ahead and give this add-on a chance. Now, am I gonna fly this regularly and use this add-on in my regular fleet? No, I'm not. But it's definitely a great freeware beginner flight sim aircraft. In fact, I would say it's one of the best freeware beginner aircrafts that you can get your hands on. Alright, now let's go ahead and get this party started up. Shall we do that? Let's go down into a tablet. It's also based on the fly-by-wire tablet. Let's import our SimBrief data here today. There we go. Let's go to services. We got our GPU connected up. That means we can get our batteries up and running. Yes. External power on. ADAR systems to nav, oxygen supply, ground control, and emergency lights armed, nav lights up, strobe lights to automatic. Seatbelt signs and all that stuff on. Very sorry, guys. Excuse me. Okay, let's get our overhead lighting up there. I like to do it that way. There you go, everybody. There you go. Let's come down here, get our panel lights up. There you go. That is looking fantastic. We do need these lights up as well. Ah, yes. I love the lighting in the cockpit. I have to say, it's really nice. It is a beautiful aircraft, and it is one that's pretty good. Anyway, let's go ahead, tune into the ATIS at Kuala Lumpur.
39 kilometers, fuel clouds 1000 feet, temperature 26 degrees, 2.25 degrees, QNH 1010, landing runways 3332 right, departing runways 3332 right, 32 left, transition level 130, advise on initial contact, you have information hotel.
Information hotel. Lumpur delivery, Malaysian 001 Heavy, information hotel, requesting IFR clearance to Jakarta.
Lumpur delivery, Sonata 798 Heavy, Airbus A330-300, gate number 6, request IFR clearance to Bali Airport, information hotel.
Someone has just chimed in.
Sonata 798 Heavy.
Come on.
For delivery cleared to Bali via the Raspu 1 Delta departure runway 32 right, climb by a set to 3000 feet, squawk 0625.
Cleared to Bali via the Raspu 1 Delta departure.
What about us, man?
Right, climb by a set to 3000 feet, squawk 0625, Sonata 798 Heavy.
Sonata 798 Heavy, way back correct. Contact ground 121.8 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Ground 121.8 when ready, Sonata.
What about us, man? We requested before that.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, Lumpur delivery cleared to Sukarno Hatta via the Maitos 1 Delta departure
There we
runway
go.
32 right, climb by a set to 3000 feet, squawk 0136.
Cleared to Sukarno Hatta via the Mito 1 Delta departure, runway 32 right, climb via SID to 3000 feet, squawk 0136, Malaysian 001 Heavy.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, way back correct. Contact ground 121.65 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Contact ground on 121.65 when ready for pushback or engine start, Malaysian 001 Heavy. Leave that on, we'll leave this on. Put that on standby and we'll leave it just like this. Okay, that looks fantastic, doesn't it? Doesn't that look fantastic, everybody? Doesn't that look fantastic? Tell me it looks fantastic. 121. Let's get our... Oh, it's going to be very difficult to control this frequency, isn't it? 12165. So let's get 12165 tuned here. All right. When we're ready, we'll do that. Okay. Let's get our party started up. Let's go to GSX. I don't know if I have the GSX profile for this. I don't even know if it has a GSX profile. Oh lordy. Request boarding. Malaysia. I hope I reloaded the SynBrief profile. Yeah. Boarding requested. Now, let me just make sure about something here, guys. Give me a second. Content. Are we public? Yeah, we are public. Okay, that's fantastic. No pushback there. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get started here, and we need to go ahead and set this up. Now, to set this up, things are being connected here. Oh, that actually worked. That's fantastic. Let's go to our payload. GSX payload sync enabled. Oh, brilliant. Fuel. Can we get GSX fueling synchronization is on? So which means if we come to our payload here, yeah, let me request refueling as well. Okay, request refueling. Okay, so now let's go to payload. Let's go to our planned stuff and input the information. Planned zero fuel weight 168.2. Is that correct, ladies and gentlemen? 168.2. 168.2 is correct. So we can put that in 168.2. 168.2. 168.2. Okay. Zero fuel weight 168.2. Okay, 168.2 slash zero fuel weight center of gravity 2339 or 23.4. Let's put that in. Okay, our block fuel estimated for today is supposed to be, if we come to fuel, it is 18.2. Is that correct? Yes, it is 18.2. So let's put that in.
Lumpur delivery, Malaysian 133 Heavy, Airbus A339L, date Charlie 37, request IFR.
That is good.
Auckland.
Let's come to our flight plan. Okay, now out of WMKK, we are cleared for departure from 32, right? And we're supposed to take Mito 3.
Via the Raspu 1 Echo departure,
What?
runway 32 left,
Mito
0,000.
1D right here on the SID. And our transition is none of them, so we're going to put that in. Flight plan right there. Now our arrival into
We'll contact ground 121.8, ready for pushback or engine start, Malaysian 1.
into Jakarta is supposed to be that. I'm not entirely sure about that. I'm going to leave it like this, okay?
Cargo Whiskey Alpha.
I'm going to leave it like this.
37800, ramp Charlie 51, request IFR clearance to
Perfect.
Kuching Airport, information hotel.
Let's take a look at our GSX ground services, which are working well. Our passengers are being loaded in.
Clear to
Our fueling is yet to arrive. If I'm not mistaken, our fueling truck is yet to arrive, and that's going to take a bit of time, isn't it?
clear to Kuching
Yeah, I think fueling is not going to arrive while the cargo loading is going on.
climb to 6,000 feet, squawk
Yep,
50.
fueling service is not yet here.
Alpha.
Well, we can wait for that. That's okay. It's not that bad, right? It's not that bad at all. Let's head down in here. Let's go to performance.
Contact ground 1 to
Go down here. Now, does this have a performance calculator? It doesn't. That's one of the things about the fly-by-wire.
All aircraft be advised
Yeah,
information
okay.
India now current QNH 1011.
1011 QNH. 1011 QNH. Okay, that's fine. I'll do 1011. What else do we need to do here?
Malaysian 388 Heavy, request IFR clearance to Pudong Airport.
Let's go to Pudong. Well, that's Shanghai.
Heavy,
Let's go to performance.
current clear to Pudong via Pebbles 1 Echo departure, runway 32 left, climb to 6,000 feet, squawk 104.
Okay, we've got a bunch of stuff here. Let's see what is assumed for all of this.
6,000 feet, squawk 1042, Malaysian.
What is supposed to be our performance and stuff, huh? Let's put that in.
Heavy,
I'm gonna use flaps 1 today, and for THS, I have no idea what to use.
ground 1 to 1.8 when ready for.
How did I get the THAs on this one for like fly-by-wire? I have no idea. However, I can come here. I can check 22.9. So 22.9. I can try that. I don't know if that's gonna work. It works for the.
5 Airbus A320 with information India Gate Papa 5 request.
I don't know how that works, but I'm just gonna put that in.
Colombo Airport.
I don't know how to get the THAs information, ladies and gentlemen.
Clear to Bandaranik, Colombo.
I don't know how to get the THAs information. Okay, that's fine.
6,000 feet.
That's fine. Flex takeout temperature 53. We're gonna put that in.
Runway 32 left.
11,000 transition. Gonna put a bunch of stuff here. 134.
Correct.
134.
8 when ready.
141.
Ground
There
1
you
to
are.
1.8 when ready for.
Takeoff speed's too low. I know they're too low, but what can I do? There's nothing I can do. So we are running into a little bit of an issue here. We don't have a way of putting in the right THS. I don't know how to get the THS for this. How do I get the THS for fly-by-wire? I have no idea. Okay, that's fine. I guess it's fine. Whatever. We'll just work with what we have, eh? Work with what we have. Okay, let's go to our flight plan here. I think we're done with it. Let's head up here. Let's try FD on, manage mode available. Manage mode is not available on the altitude. So we don't have VNAV available. We do not have VNAV available, ladies and gentlemen, and that's probably because of this. It's probably because of this, and I don't know what to put here. Where are the... Okay, so this doesn't make any sense. How do I set the THS? How can I check what THS we're at if the indicator is not here? I have no idea. Guess it will automatically do it? I don't know. Let's go ahead and start the APU up. APU bleed. Let's start that up. I'll go and search for this. How do I get the THS? Let me try. Petroleum. I think fueling truck is here, isn't it? Where's the fueling truck? Okay, the fuel truck is on the way. Alright, we'll wait for the fueling truck. I don't know where it's coming from, but we'll wait for it. We'll refuel, no problem. Okay, let's look for the specific THS that we're supposed to use based on the center of gravity, okay? So if we come to payload, we got a center of planned gross weight center of gravity is 22.3. So I need to know... Okay. We have a problem. We have a problem. All right, let's put 0.6 up. Okay, let's try that. So up 0.6 should do it. Oh, sorry. The fuel truck is in position, so we need to request that. There you go. That should work. Okay, that should work. Now if we come here, we still don't have manage mode on the flight. I don't know how to do this. Okay, so this aircraft does have a little bit of an issue here, doesn't it? Is there anything in the performance not done? I don't think so. I think everything is done here as it should be. So I don't get it. Everything is done as it should be. Yep, everything is here. Should be giving us manage mode on that, but it's not. Okay, let me take a look at the fuel truck. There it is.
319, Airbus A320 now.
Excellent.
India, Charlie 21 request IFR.
Okay, fueling truck is going on, everybody. It has begun fueling here.
319 Lumpur delivery cleared to Bandarani, Colombo via Puga.
Okay, so we're seeing some issues here with the headwind. Slight issues there. VNAV is not exactly available per se. It's not really working. The manage mode on the altitude isn't exactly engaging.
6,000 feet, squawk for 121.
So that's fascinating.
Sri Lankan 319 read back correct. Contact ground 121.8.
We can actually go ahead and request fueling now.
We'll contact ground 121.8 when ready for pushback or engine start. Sri Lankan 319, thanks.
Okay, which has begun automatically refueling. I don't have to do anything. There you go, brilliant. That's very fast. Okay, brilliant. Payload delivery. What is happening with the payload? We are 249 passengers. We have 396. That's going to take a while. That is going to take a while here. Now, if you go to realism, everything is fast. Well, that's rough. That is rough. Okay, let me go to our throttle stuff. Where is the throttle stuff? Okay, where are the throttle stuff? Throttle detents. Reverser is not on the axis. This is idle, and I am... no, same axis. Reverser is not on axis. Toga is on the axis though. Okay. So reverser set from throttle. Right here. Now let's go to climb detent. Let's go to the climb detent right here. Let's put that as climb set from throttle. Now let's go to the flex detent. Okay, we're gonna do this here. Flex set from throttle, and then the toga.
Lumpur delivery information
Yes.
into current cleared to Bangkok via People.
Okay, save and apply.
Runway 32 right,
There
climb.
you go. Let's go back to our payload.
542.
Clear to
Let's take a look if it's working. Yes, it is. If I switch it out, yep, reverse thrust is also working pretty well. There you go.
Melindo 520 with that correct. Contact ground 1.
Okay, brilliant. We're ready with the throttle calibration. Now we just have to wait for GSX to finish the boarding process here. Once it's done, it should automatically disconnect and we should be ready to get out of here. There you go. Fueling truck is going away already. You can see that on the right wing. Cargo loading is finished. We're just waiting for passenger loading, and once that's done, we're out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We are out of here. Look at that. Passengers loading. We can see them through the jetway there. A little bit of an issue. Not a big deal. Let's check out the tower view. Where's the tower? Oh, tower. Oh. Where are we? Oh, there we are. We're here somewhere. Ah, this one. This one's us. Wait, has the boarding finished? No, it hasn't. The boarding's finished, but the jetway is disconnected for some reason. It's time for us to tune into the ground. It's time for us to request pushback.
Request taxi to the active.
Okay, so let's do that.
520 taxi to holding point Alpha 11 runway 32 right via Tango 1 Bravo 6 Alpha. Taxi to holding point Alpha 11 runway 32 right via Tango 1 Bravo 6 Alpha Melindo 520.
Lumpur ground. Malaysia 001 heavy request taxi request push and start, sorry.
Malaysian 001 heavy Lumpur ground, hold position for traffic.
Hold position for traffic, Malaysia 001 heavy. Okay, so I probably need to install a better GSX profile for the A330-900 if there is one, because we're seeing ghost passengers go in there. Come on, GSX, finish it up quickly. Need to get out of here. Yeah, it's a very good beginner aircraft for sure, I think. Although not everything works, so that could be confusing. What? Our parking brakes are already on, right? Let's head down here, go to services. How do we release?
001 heavy Lumpur ground, pushback approved. Face southwest.
Face southwest. Face southwest. Pushback approved. Malaysian 001 heavy. Okay, so we need to face southwest. To face southwest, we have to turn with our nose to the right. Okay, so nose goes to the right on today's pushback. Still waiting here. I have to wait for the boarding before we can begin this pushback. Come on, man. How many more passengers are you loading in here? Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done. Yep, waiting for boarding to complete and we're out of here. Okay, well, they'll soon tell us that we're ready. How do I remove the ground chocks? Do I have to go outside to remove the ground chocks?
Melindo 520, contact Lumpur Tower 118.8. Contact Tower 118.8, Melindo 520.
Ready for pushback. How do I remove the chocks? How do I remove the chocks though? How do I remove the chocks on that aircraft?
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, on behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer, and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to see final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way.
Okay, we're ready here.
Cabin shortly with a very important safety
We
briefing.
are ready here.
Give them your full, undivided attention.
Let's push back and get out of here.
Operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
I need to adjust these views a little bit. Locking gear. Nose off to the right. Releasing parking brake. Start at will. All engines are clear. Copy that. Okay, let's go ahead and start up our stuff now, shall we? Let's put that there. Let's start everything up. Okay. Fuel pumps up and running, ladies and gentlemen. Beacon lights up and running. Number 5. Ignition. Engine number 2 can come to life. There we go. Engine number 2 is immediately coming to life.
Red Cap 6123, taxi to Stan Juliet 4 via Alpha 5 Alpha Bravo 5 Bravo Foxtrot Delta 1 Charlie 1 Papa 1 Quebec 5 Quebec Uniform 3. Taxi to Stan Juliet 4 via Alpha 5 Alpha
We have a problem.
5 Bravo Foxtrot Delta 1 Charlie 1 Papa 1 Quebec 5 Quebec Uniform 3 Red Cap 6123.
Oh, we clipped that. Yeah, we've got this view here and this view here, and they're both very similar. So what we need to do is we need to put not this view, we need another view. Okay, we'll use it. Okay, engine number 2 almost available. Come on, come to life.
Malaysian 715 Heavy, take Charlie 32, request push
It doesn't
back
show
and
the
engine
available light there.
Malaysian
Lots of things are wrong with this particular aircraft.
and engine start approved. Face southeast.
push back approved, face southeast, Malaysian 715 Heavy.
Change this view. Yep, it has no cabin. That's another issue, right?
If there is a change in cabin pressure for oxygen, then we'll drop the boat ahead.
Start off from somewhere here for this view. There we are. We need this view right here, and it's perfect. And we're going to go back and replace this view right here. The this one. Okay, left is clear, right is clear. We're good for moving. We got a little bit of confusion with the views here. Hold on a second. This shows the engine views. This one shows both the wing views. Okay, that's fine. That's all right. Okay. There we go. We've got our hand signal. We're ready to go, ladies and gentlemen, with everything here. Bye-bye. See you. Thank you so much for your services. Much appreciated. Ignition down here. Let's go up. Let's get our APU bleeds and all that stuff off. We haven't requested taxi clearance just yet. Let's put our flaps down. Shall we do that? Let's see if we can actually view our flaps coming down nicely. Okay, so let's try that.
Sierra Hotel Bravo 12 Alpha.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 11 runway 32 right via Sierra Hotel Bravo 12 Alpha.
There are no flap sounds.
Heavy.
And the flaps coming down don't look that good.
Request pushback.
Okay, we are ready, ladies and gentlemen, to get out of here. Max on that. Let's arm that. Let's request taxi to our runway.
Approved face northeast Malaysian 750.
Lumpur ground, Malaysian 001 Heavy requesting taxi to take off runway.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, you've already started your taxi and I can't get you over to a new runway at this time.
Okay, that's wrong. Malaysian 001 Heavy requesting taxi to runway.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, taxi to holding point Alpha 11 runway 32 right via Sierra Foxtrot 4 Tango 4 Foxtrot 4 Tango Bravo 7 Alpha.
Taxi to runway 32 right, taxi via Sierra Foxtrot 4 Tango 4 Foxtrot 4 Tango Bravo 7 Alpha, hold position Alpha 11. Malaysian 001 Heavy. Okay, so we've got all of these stuff ready, and I think we're ready to roll on out of here, right? Let's take a look at our TCAS. Everything is fine just the way it is for now. Okay, we're ready to go. Releasing parking brake.
750 taxi for departure.
And we're out.
Malaysian 750 taxi.
Let's go to our runway and hold short. We're taking off from 32 right.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 11 runway 32 right via Tango 2 Bravo 7 Alpha Malaysian 750.
There we are, everybody. Malaysia. We clipped the stabilizer of the Qatar Airways there when we were being pushed back, and that's okay. I want separate rudder and tiller inputs on this. So let me just go to our... I have to say, it taxis very nicely for a FREEWARE aircraft, honestly. Aircraft options, no. Sim options, no. Realism, separate tiller from rudder inputs. There you go. Okay, that should help us. There you go. There's the tiller, and there's the rudder input. Yeah, I think that should work, right? It still operates the tiller on some level, but not as heavy, I suppose. The wheel turning is a bit messed up. Look at that. We've got the wheel turning to one side, but to the other side it's slower to turn. Okay. Not complaining. Again, the Headwind team needs to do a lot of work on this to get this up and running. Oh, we've got manage mode available. We have manage mode available on this, ladies and gentlemen, which is fantastic. Our taxi is unnecessarily long. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to take a shortcut here, which we shouldn't, but I am going to. Because that taxiway... That taxi direction is definitely not what we want. Okay, let's give it a bit of oomph here to try and speed us up. I like the engine sounds. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I think this is why I enjoyed flying this aircraft. The movement on the ground is so nice. The flying is so nice. The engine sounds are pretty cool. If they really put some work into it, it can become really, really good. But they do need to replace these textures with something more realistic to the A330-900 at least.
750, have a good morning.
Okay, let's take a right here. Oh, we've got takeoff. Ooh la la. The wobble isn't nice. It's a freeware add-on, so there's only so much you can expect. It's not terrible.
Malaysian 141 Heavy, gate Charlie 26 request pushback. Malaysian 141 Heavy, Lumpur ground, pushback approved. Face northeast, pushback approved. Face northeast, Malaysian 141 Heavy. Malaysian 001 Heavy, contact Lumpur Tower 118.8.
Oh God, where's my... Contact Lumpur Tower on 118.8 Malaysian 001 Heavy. Okay, let's turn right here.
Malaysian 611 at 8 Bravo 4 left, request pushback.
118.8 is what we need to tune, so we'll do that.
Lumpur ground, pushback approved. Face northeast, pushback approved. Face northeast, Malaysian 611.
Okay, so 118.
Melindo 801 at ramp Charlie 38, request pushback and engine start. Melindo 801, Lumpur ground, pushback approved. Face southeast, pushback.
Lumpur Tower, Malaysian 001 Heavy, holding short, runway 32 right.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, Lumpur Tower, wind 050 degrees, 4 knots, runway 32 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 32 right, Malaysian 001 Heavy. Okay, let's get our TCAS on TARA.
Craft be advised information, Juliet now current, QNH1011.
Okay, we'll do that, we'll do that, we'll do that. I think we're ready to go, aren't we? Takeoff configuration test. What? Takeoff speed's too low. Ah. Clear that. Yeah, I know takeoff weight and takeoff whatever is too low, but there's nothing I can do about it, man. I'm just gonna go for it, okay? We're just gonna go for it, and it is what it is. Okay, let's release parking brake and take off from here. Let's get out of here. Yeah, yeah. we are cleared for takeoff, so we're good to go.
Malaysian 141 Heavy, holding short runway 32 right.
Malaysian 141 Heavy, number 2 for departure. Hold short of runway 32 right.
Hold short of runway 32 right, Malaysian 141 Heavy.
Okay, my aircraft.
Heavy, runway 32 right, line up and wait.
What do you mean line up and wait? I'm taking off, man.
Malaysian 141 Heavy.
Don't make him line up and wait. I'm taking off. Okay, let's rotate. There you go. Pretty cool, huh? There we go, taking off from Malaysia, everybody.
Heavy Lumpur Tower, wind variable 2 knots, runway 32 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 32 right, cleared for takeoff, Malaysian 141 Heavy.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, contact Lumpur departure 135.25.
Contact departure on 135.25, Malaysian 001 Heavy. Let's put our flaps up. Let's go down here, 135.
Ready to aviate runway 32 right.
Melindo 801, hold short of runway 32 right, departing traffic.
Hold short of runway 32 right, Melindo 801.
Melindo 801, runway 32 right, line up and wait.
Runway 32 right, line up and wait, Melindo 801.
Lumpur departure, Malaysian 001 Heavy, flight level 030.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, Lumpur departure, identified, climb flight level 190.
Climb flight level 190, Malaysian 001 Heavy.
Lumpur departure,
There we go, we're climbing on towards 19,000 feet, ladies and gentlemen.
climbing to
That is functioning as expected. Ground spoilers can come down. Alrighty, there we are. Looking good.
climb flight level 170, Malaysian 141 Heavy.
Just taken off from Malaysia. Beautiful. Not much wing flex going on there. They need to do a world update for this part of the world. They really do need to do a world update. Come on. It's about time they did that. Stop neglecting all these other areas of the world, man.
100 feet climbing to 10,000 feet.
The USA and certain regions of Europe have such heavy updates. What about the rest of the world? Give us world updates.
Climb flight level 160, transducer 676.
Beautiful. Doesn't look too terrible, but as you can tell, the textures are definitely lacking on the outside, particularly on the wing, etc. It's quite bad. Okay, we are looking okay as we climb out here.
Lumpur departure, Melindo 801, good morning, passing 1,600 feet, climbing to 3,000 feet.
To be honest, the flight model of this one is not good. JJ Stevens, this thing is kind of nice for free. It is kind of nice, but
0 Melindo 801.
if they put some work into it, it'll be so cool. Honestly, so cool. Because I can't wait to have an A330-900, a proper one, at least a proper A330. Problem with this one is the flight model is pretty bad.
103, passing 1,500 feet, climbing to 1.
Yeah, the flight model is pretty bad on this one.
Climb flight level 140, Singapore 103.
It's pretty bad on the flight model, to be honest. 10,000 feet crossing it, so let's go ahead and turn that off. Turn this off. We'll put those off anyway. And let's put these off as well. There we go.
Lumpur departure, Malaysian 611, passing 1,600 feet, climbing to 3,000 feet.
Malaysian 611, Lumpur departure identified, climb flight level 140.
Climb flight level 140, Malaysian 611.
I assume we'll get clearance to a higher altitude very soon. But, for now, we're okay.
Departure, Malaysian 1438, passing 1,600 feet, climbing to 4,000 feet.
Malaysian 1438, Lumpur departure identified, climb flight level 140.
Climb flight level 140, Malaysian 1438.
Are we still not to QNH? Closing in on 19,000 feet. Come on. Give us our cruising altitude so we can go up and enjoy some cinematics without having to worry about tuning into ATC. Contact Lumpur control on 132.6 Malaysian 001 heavy. One 32.6. Lumpur Control, Malaysian 001 Heavy, passing flight level 178, climbing 190.
Malaysian 001 Heavy Lumpur Control identified, climb flight level 390.
Climb flight level 390, Malaysian 001 Heavy, thank you. Alright. Now, we've got our clearance to 39,000 feet and we can enjoy some cinematic views. Okay, before we switch to cinematic, let's just take a look at the wing views. Doesn't seem too bad, does it? It's just the textures are a little bad. I wouldn't mind it if the if you told me the textures would stay this way but the flight model is extremely accurate, I would have taken it. But I don't like the flight model. It's too smooth. It feels great to fly, which is why it's a fantastic aircraft for a beginner. But I think it's too smooth for it to be realistic. I love the views though. It's an add-on with so much unrealized potential. That's what it is. Anyway, let's just go in and enjoy some music. Well, some views. Okay, we're still on our way up, huh? It's gonna take us a while.
Air India 347, contact Jakarta radar 121.2.
Contact Jakarta radar 121.2. Air India 347.
Lumpur Control, Malaysian 2610, passing 1000 feet, climbing to flight level 140, direct Kusuma.
Malaysian 2610, Lumpur Control identified, climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 2900, Malaysian 2610.
Malaysian 141 Heavy, contact Lumpur Control 126.1.
Contact Lumpur Control 126.1. Malaysian 141 Heavy.
Lumpur Control, Malaysian 740, passing flight level 153, climbing to flight level 180.
Malaysian 740, Lumpur Control, good morning, identified, climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, Malaysian 740.
Turkish 45 Mike Heavy, descend via start to 4,500 feet, QNH 1011.
Descend with start to 4,500 feet, QNH 1011, Turkish 45 Mike Heavy.
Mailing to 801, contact Lumpur Control 126.1.
Contact Lumpur Control 126.1. Heading to 801.
Fire 52446, contact Kota Bar approach 130.3.
Contact Kota Baru approach 130.3, 552446.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, contact Lumpur Control 126.1. Malaysian 001 Heavy, contact Lumpur Control 126.1. Malaysian 001 Heavy, Lumpur Control.
Lumpur Control, Malaysian 001 Heavy, contact Lumpur Control on 126.1. I forgot about that, my bad.
Lumpur Control 126.1.
My bad.
Control 126.1. Malaysian 611.
Decimal 1, okay.
Singapore 7430 Heavy, contact Lumpur Control 132.6. Have a good morning.
Center on 132.6, Singapore 7430 Heavy.
Lumpur Control, Malaysian 001 Heavy, passing flight level 318 for flight level 390.
Malaysian 611, descend via start to 3,400 feet, QNH 1011.
Descend via start to 3,400 feet, QNH 1011.
We are still waiting on the ATC to say something back. Bye, Coffee. Hello.
01 Heavy, Lumpur
How you doing, man? Welcome. How are you doing? Not normally home this early, but had a very good day at an Italian fest here in Vancouver. Is that right? How did that go for you? Did you have a... What was happening at the fest? What is happening at the fest? Well, welcome to the live stream, man. I'm just flying an odd bird that isn't very popular.
Traffic.
It's not something that I like either. I've got traffic. I ate a lot. Manja.
Traffic 8285, Lumpur Control
What else is there to do but eat, hey? Manja manja. I don't like the frame rate on that traffic. That doesn't look very good. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's a little bit odd. TCAS has taken over and started descending. Just to avoid some traffic, huh? Why on earth? Well, those are contrails. We're very high up, right? Those are contrails. The problem is the ATC let this happen, right? Why on earth would the ATC let this happen? There's a glitch by our ATC right there, letting traffic come really close to us. At least we know TCAS works properly. I'm not following this guy for the rest of this. Let me see.
Traffic.
Lumpur control, Malaysian heavy 001, traffic in front of me, request new cruising altitude. Oh my god, every time I try getting in touch with the control, someone does something.
Transducer 676 Lumpur control identified. Malaysian 001 heavy, unable to change cruising altitude. Traffic in front, stand by for further updates.
Okay, these people are not serious. Beyond ATC cannot handle this right now. See that? Oh, there's a traffic in front of me.
Singapore 103 Lumpur control identified. Singapore 103 descend via start to 3,400 feet.
Which aircraft is this thing in front of me? Let me go ahead and have a look.
400 feet. QNH 101.
Which aircraft is dead ahead of me? It is a Malaysian 141.
Singapore Center 123
So Malaysian 141 is the thing that's straight ahead of me.
123.7 Malaysian 141 heavy.
Get Malaysian 141 out of my way, man. Well, guess we're stuck like this for now.
Malaysian 001 heavy, contact Singapore Center 123.7. Have a good morning.
Contact Singapore Center on 123.7 Malaysian 001 heavy. Useless is what you are. Singapore Center Malaysian 001 heavy at flight level 326. Trying to climb to flight level 390.
Malaysian 001 heavy, Singapore Center.
Yeah, I wish we had phasers and stuff like that so we could knock this thing out. We need to maintain 1,000 feet separation from this thing, so I don't know. Let me see if I can request 390. No, there's no point. Let me request 300. Matter of fact, let me come to our FMC. Let's go to init. Let's go to 300. You know what your problem is, Mr. McDo of the A330 Headwind? You're stupid. Nobody can help you. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna request. Yeah, we're just gonna climb and then get knocked down again. Our top of descent is coming up anyway. It's not like we have much to go.
Traffic.
And there you go again.
Singapore Center, Malaysian 750.
I'm gonna turn off TCAS here.
Malaysian 750
Ocean turbulence. Yeah, probably some wake turbulence because it's flying dead ahead of us. We can call ready for descent in just a bit, so I think we'll be alright. We're coming into Jakarta.
Traffic.
I don't give a damn about your traffic. Get me there where I need to go. Get me where I need to go. That's all I care about, man. There you go. That's much better. We'll be out of harm's way very soon. Lesson learned. When you got traffic conflict. Oh, look, there's an airstrip down here. Don't expect Beyond ATC to solve that for you properly. Look at that, we're flying directly into the contrail of the other airline at this point, which I think is pretty cool. But as you know, wake turbulence is for injected traffic. I don't think they are modeled properly. Oh, never mind, they are. We can kind of feel it.
Traffic.
Yeah, we can kind of feel it for sure. Look at that. We're out of it. Navigraph, is it safe to use my phone to import charts? To love using Navigraph. Okay, is it safe to use my phone to import charts to GTN 750 QR code? If it's an official Navigraph QR code, yes. If you're doing it using anything official Navigraph, yes, it's safe. Don't worry about it. You can scan the QR code and all that stuff. If you're using a third-party software that links Navigraph, then you need to let me know which software, then I can tell you for sure. But yes, if it's official, go ahead, no problems. Pas de problème.
Traffic.
Yes. Traffic. Oh no. Oh, what a beautiful sea underneath us. What a beautiful, beautiful sea underneath. At least we know the TCAS systems work, and they actually work on this aircraft too, which is pretty cool. This Malaysian guy is traveling a little too quickly. He is traveling at a speed of 457 knots on ground speed. He is traveling quickly. We're alright. I think we'll be okay. Our journey today is not a short one. It's a rather long one. Now, if you would like to see what it looks like, let me pop up a little nav map for you guys for a second. This is our current flight. Obviously, we are near Singapore. We've just passed Singapore. We are on our way to Jakarta. Jakarta is all the way down here. We're not even halfway through. So it's going to take us a while today to reach all the way till Jakarta. But yeah, thought I'd give the A330-900 a proper chance. You know what I mean? A proper chance. There's a reason why I like flying in the US and in Europe and in Australia and in the Middle East quite a lot. And one of the main reasons for that is the fact that you have a lot of major airports very near each other. So your flights don't have to, be very, very long like it is in this case. For instance, if I'm going to Kuala Lumpur, Singapore is too close. And the ideal, the next runway at an ideal distance is either I can go all the way up to Thailand, or I can come down to Jakarta. Now, Jakarta is shorter than going all the way up to Thailand. It should be. And the next after this, there's Brunei, which is nearby. That's an important airport. I think I should get Brunei International if I can find one. Is there a scenery for Brunei International? I'm not sure. And after that, all the major airports that are near you are down in Australia or up in Asia. So you can go Vietnam, you can go to Ho Chi Minh City. You've got your usual Chinese mega airports. Beijing is up here. Pudong is somewhere here. Got a bunch of airports, and you got your Taiwanese and your Philippine airports. So the airports in this region are kind of sparsely, like they're a little stretched out, you know what I mean? So the flights tend to be a little longer than usual. So this is one of the longest legs that you can do in terms of short hauls in this region. Kuala Lumpur to Jakarta. USA airports everywhere, like in Washington State. Yeah, in the US there are airports everywhere. Yes. Oh look, our traffic injection is malfunctioning. You guys seen that? Now it's back to functioning properly. Now the question is, Europe on the other hand, you've got so many massive hubs so close to each other. Even in the US is full of airports. It's just polka dotted. It's punched with airports the whole way through, from west to east, north to south. Yeah, that's very true. But in Europe, you've got so many major hubs so close to each other. Like the same way you'd have two regional airports in the US. So the distances are very tight, which means you can go to a couple of very major airports in the same live stream, which I really like. That's why I end up going back to Europe over and over and over, and I have most of my sceneries installed in Europe for that reason. Obviously, I need to have the Middle East because that's home base. I have some airports in the Middle East for sure, but apart from that, that's the reason why I go to the European region there. UK is also pretty cool. They have a lot of airports within the country that you can fly to. Very nice, perfect distance from north to south. Very much the same case with Germany, Switzerland, Portugal. In fact, I need to fly to Portugal. I was talking about flying to Lisbon the other day, wasn't I? I think that is possible now. And we definitely need to go to Lisbon. Okay, we definitely need to go to Lisbon. We'll do that. We're flying along really nicely here, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is beautiful. I think it's time for us to go and enjoy a bit of cinematics, but let's reach cruising altitude first.
Singapore Center, Red Cap 5136, flight level 330. Red Cap 5136, Singapore Center identified.
I love the sound of the exhaust. I love it. Once again, it's highly recommended to use headphones to enjoy the full experience, the full auditory experience. Does look beautiful down there. I have bookshelf speakers, audio engine great for sounds. Oh, brilliant then. I mean, if you've got a surround system, that should work, but because it's a live stream and I'm speaking over the sounds, that is why the headphone is recommended. When tied in all together, it's optimized for headphones. But if you're focusing just on the sounds, then without the auditory stuff, then I would definitely recommend that. Just check something really quickly here. we on the correct frequency? Yep, we are. Okay. Just needed to check that, everybody. We're coming up on our cruising altitude very, very shortly. Check speed mode. We are in Mach. There you are. Now we can go ahead and enjoy some cinematics. So let's do that, shall we? Very easy to fall asleep right now, isn't it? I nearly dozed off myself. The combination of this jazzy music with the engine sounds, it's enough to make me fall asleep. So I gotta be careful here. We can't have a sleeping captain. It's happened a number of times in aviation where the pilots fell asleep and the aircraft continued past its destination.
Malaysian 141 Heavy, contact Jakarta radar 120.9er. Contact Jakarta radar 120.9er, Malaysian 141 Heavy. Malaysian 001 Heavy, contact Jakarta radar 120.9er.
Okay, we've got instructions, ladies and gentlemen. Contact Jakarta radar on 120.9er Malaysian 001 Heavy. 120. Jakarta radar, Malaysian 001 Heavy, flight level 390.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, Jakarta radar identified.
Okay, seems like they have identified. It's actually happened before, Mr. Mark Coffee. Captains actually fell asleep and the aircraft flew past its destination. I know of two. I've heard of two distinct cases. I can't exactly remember which flights they were or anything like that, but I remember hearing about 2 distinct cases. Jakarta Tower. At least we are nearing Jakarta enough to be contacted by the tower, so that's good news, hey? That's good news. Not too long to go now. They need to make a world update for this particular part of the world. Asobo, please, it is high time. It's been years, man. It's been over 4 years since you first started releasing the flight sim. You need to make a world update for the Middle East. You need to make a world update for Asia. Okay, you cannot just continue ignoring the existence of these parts of the world. Because a lot of people fly here, and I like to explore different parts of the world, and this part is severely lacking world updates. Severely lacking world updates. And it doesn't make any sense because we got such major airports in this area too. It's not like we don't. They need to give us updates. Yeah, that's the thing, right? You put everything on autopilot, you forget about it. And, well, you know, what you gonna do? You're just gonna keep flying? Our top of descent is 240 nautical miles away. That is a long way. That is a long way. You know, one of the other issues, Asobo just did the Midwest and Middle East and Asia. Well, if they... Asobo just did the Midwest, yeah. And Middle East and Asia, well, if they're allowed to take pictures of them or use AI, Asobo said they would. I mean, there's enough data to release 1 or 2 world updates for sure. I know that for a fact. See, one of the things that make flight planning very difficult is the projection. The projection of the Earth on the map. If you're using a projected map to plan your flights, it's very easy to misjudge the distances. Very, very easy. AI could make the land look better. Donate permission, I guess. Nope. AI can definitely do a decent job, you know. It's not like they don't have, like, I'm not asking them to necessarily look for more data and make it more accurate, no. Just asking them to improve what's already there. Improve the textures up, put some generated stuff in there, just make it polish it up, that's all it is. I don't expect them to go into the level of detail like you would in the US or in European cities. I understand that's not possible, that's okay. But, you know, improve those ground textures, give us some updates so things look a little better when you're flying there. And because there are parts of the world where, like for example, when we just took off from Malaysia, it looks like you're flying in a different simulator, and that's not good. Same settings, right? It shouldn't look that different. It's not good. So we're still on Jakarta radar. I guess we'll be there soon enough, eh? 1 hour 32 minutes into the live stream. I did have a live stream a couple of hours ago. That one was absolutely beautiful. As a matter of fact, I need to change the title on that one. That one was an absolutely beautiful live stream. I loved it. My landing into Innsbruck there was absolutely brilliant for a first timer, so I need to go ahead and change that up. You have to download scenery and planes. I won't always have super internet right now. Right now I have a good deal, but not for long. I have to download scenery and planes. Ah, yes. Negotiate something with the provider. Well, yeah. If you've got space, you should definitely download the scenery and planes. Much better than streaming. Unfortunately, I'm running out of space. I've got too much scenery installed as it is. So I'm trying to get as much as I can chucked onto the streaming because I'm running out of space. Then go ahead and download it. Don't think twice. There's also one of the other issues with streaming scenery. And one of them is, let's say you buy an airport that's fairly advanced. And if it has configurable options, you won't be able to configure them if you buy the marketplace version of it. You're gonna have to get it from outside, from the third party, for you to be able to do a lot of configurable options. You can't do it from within the marketplace. Marketplace does not allow you to do that. So if you buy anything from the marketplace and it's configurable product, good luck to you. You can't do anything about it. I always buy third party, learn my lesson. I see. Well, there are times when I do get through the marketplace. The thing is, the marketplace is extremely convenient. You don't need to worry about it. It's simple, one click, done, whatever. It's easy. So certain things I do get through the marketplace. And especially because it saves space for me. Space is an issue for me. That is an issue for me. I also have X-Plane 12 installed too, and that takes up a bit of space as well. Although nothing compared to my add-ons and MSFS, but still. Space is an issue. Alright, how much left for our topper descent, do you think? About 200 nautical miles to topper descent at this point. That's the length of some of the routes we do here on the channel. So one of the reasons why I decided to do this particularly longer routes, apart from the lack of availability, I could have found something else if I really wanted to. But the reason I decided to go this way is because we need to test this aircraft, don't we? I'm not going to be flying this aircraft again because it's honestly irrelevant to my style of flying and the channel. That's why. However, it's a brilliant add-on. The only reason why I'll keep it is because there's someone I want to bring into the world of flight simulation. I'm excited to bring into the world of flight simulation. When I'm finally able to do that with that person, this is the first aircraft I'll teach them how to fly, because it's very simple and it's very easy to handle. 24 has things I really like, true, but still not stable. No, I think it's very stable. Mr. Mike Coffey, I think it's stable. It's as stable as it's ever going to get, let me put it that way. And I ran both 2020 and 2024 concurrently for around about a year before I uninstalled 2020. And to be honest, they both have trouble at similar rates. You know, they both have trouble at similar rates. I have a lot of trouble once in a while with the simulator because I do so many new things, you know, because I'm streaming and stuff, I'm testing out new things, I'm adding add-ons, so I'm constantly shifting my setup, and that comes with its own risk. But if you are someone who doesn't do a lot of shenanigans to your simulator all the time, like putting in stuff, taking out stuff, putting in stuff, then you'll be fairly just fine. You'll be just fine. The thing is, I've got a gazillion add-ons at this point, a lot of them linked, a A lot of them from community, a lot of them from third-party vendors, a lot of them directly from the developers, from the marketplace, from FlightSim.io. It's all over the place. Toolbars, that, fixes, liveries, all of that really compounds and leads to lots of issues. I only make odd graphic settings changes sometimes. Yep, that's perfectly fine. You can tune your graphics from time to time. But I mean loading up with whatever add-ons in it, you know. So if you're someone who just makes minor adjustments to graphics from time to time, 2024 is just gonna be as troublesome as 2020. It's not gonna be anything more or less at this point, I'm saying. At this point, if you pick your regular fleet to fly, your regular area to fly, even if it's an entire continent, you pick that regular area and you keep flying, you know, just run-of-the-mill flight simming, you won't have any problems. You really won't. I'll pick the best 10 and drop the rest. But if you can get your internet sorted, you should try and get your planes streamed, and that way you can keep a little bit more, because the streamed aircrafts, they don't directly affect, because they're not downloaded into your PC. They're not going to mess up any configuration unless you actually fly them. So that's the advantage there. See what I mean? So if you can sort out your internet and stream a number of the aircrafts, then you should just load the whole 20 in there and have fun. And as for the default aircrafts in 2024, you don't need to worry about them because they're streamed, so it doesn't matter. Unless you're flying it, it doesn't affect you. Yeah, so it's up to you. Wait, we're supposed to begin our descent now, aren't we? Ah, there's our descent thing. Never mind. For a second there, the arrow disappeared and I had a little panic there. I thought we were 39,000 feet and flown past. That would have been, would have had to play a game of catch up into an airport I've never flown into before. Default, hardly ever use them. I'm too spoiled flying study level. I am the same, man. When I fly default aircrafts, it's either because I want to just, you know, for the sake of it, you know, you want to try something new. You want to see the state of the default aircrafts. You also want to throw in something out there for people who are not always, you know, spending money and flying the study level aircrafts. But study level aircrafts are ridiculously expensive. Not saying that they're not worth it, but it's expensive. So, you know, also to showcase some stuff for freeware flying, you know what I mean? Well, free on quote unquote, but still, that's when I touch default aircrafts. There are very few I like. As a matter of fact, there aren't a lot I like to fly at all in terms of default aircrafts. The A330-300 by Inibils, because we don't have another A330, is the best option. That's one that I keep going back to. Apart from that, pretty much everything that I fly regularly in my fleet are almost all of them FREEWARE. Yeah. I'll fly the 152, which is modded. Ah, yes. Everything else study or close to it. Yep, that's pretty much how I roll too. I have like a very few, like when I mean very few, I mean less than 5 or so default aircrafts that I consider, like, you know, usable at a decent level for flight simulation fidelity. So that's pretty much how I like to. Like, for example, I wanted to fly the Sobo 737 MAX because I don't know if you remember. The Coronados are interesting. If the Coronados, you can pick them up on sale, they're worth it. But paying full price for a Coronado, not to say they're bad aircrafts, they're not at all. And Coronado does not claim to be study level at all or anything like that, but I mean, they're not study level. You know what I mean? They're not even close to it. Their textures are great and they're designed for general flying. So if you're okay with that, I myself do fly the Piper, the Dakota, the one that's default and included. It's by Coronado, and that one I like in 2024. It's not realistic, like there's no engine damage or any of that stuff, But still, it's a very enjoyable plane to fly. So I can understand Coronado, yeah. Can understand Coronado stuff. There are a few default Coronado aircrafts in 2024 as well, Mr. Mike Coffee. That's another thing you need to remember. In 2020, the default aircraft quality is lower than it is in 2024, in my opinion. Yeah, it is pretty good. But it's not modeled accurately, like the engine damage and stuff is not there. Even the startup sequence is not exactly modeled perfectly, but still. So it's a pretty good aircraft, it's fun to fly. There are a lot of Coronado aircrafts included by default in 2024, and that's something that's not there in 2020. So, nonetheless, I don't know if you remember when 2024 first launched, one of the flagship aircrafts that they tried to advertise was the 737 MAX by Asobo. They wanted to advertise the fact that, you know, you have all these PMDG 737 and all of that stuff, but you don't have the MAX, and they wanted to advertise the 737 MAX. It was one of the aircrafts that people were talking about, you know, looking forward to flying. There's a new aircraft. And it turned out to be absolute garbage. Unflyable. I tried it recently, I believe. I tried to try it. And in one of the live streams, even after that, I tried to fly it just to see, before I got the iFly Max 8, I wanted to see if there's some hope to fly the Asobo 737. Nope. It is absolute bonkers. It's unflyable. I waited for 2 years for stable 2020 and got spanked, but finally stable-ish. Yeah, but 2024 is stable. The release was slightly better, I suppose, than 2020. Okie dokie, we're beginning that turn there. We're not very far from our top of descent. I don't fly airlines. Oh, Mr. Mike Coffee, you do not fly airlines. I did not know that. So you only pretty much fly like GA aircraft and stuff. Is that what you're telling me? So you do not fly any sort of airlines? It's not your thing, huh? That is fascinating, man. I'm someone who likes to mix it up once in a while. Ah, I see. Well, I fly everything. Apart from helicopters. Helicopters and gliders I do not touch. Anything lighter than air or unpowered I do not fly. Although that's real flying, if you ask me. That's real aviation. If you really want to understand the physics of flying, you have to fly a glider. So I much respect for people who do in real life and in the sim, but it's not my cup of tea. Well, I don't like tea, so I'll say cup of coffee. That's not true. I kind of do like tea sometimes. I don't know. I flew GA real life long ago with my father, unofficial co-pilot. That's right. So GA is your thing, huh? I can't get myself yet to fly helicopters. I gave that another shot after I told you guys on stream that I would. It still hasn't worked out for me. So when I can, I will definitely go back into it and try the helicopters one more time. I need to master it. The helicopters, because there's so many cool things you can do with helicopters. And yeah, you can really, another thing is if you're flying helicopters, you can really utilize scenery packages, especially local high level detailed scenery packages. Let's say a city pack. A city pack is pretty useless to airline pilots, let's be honest. If you're GA flying, yes, it can be useful because you have a very nice view out your window, it makes sense. But if you're flying with helicopters, that's when they really become useful to you. So that's it. Helicopters, different world, and the 146 jet interests me, but no one flies it too hard for many. Yeah, I love the Avro. I love the BAE and the Avro jets, the RJ Professionals and the 146. I love them so much. I would love to get my hands on it. My coffee, I'll tell you what. If I get my hands on it, I'll definitely be flying that, man. I'll definitely be flying that because I love those two little birds there. Such underrated add-ons. Okay, they're not underrated. I mean, the whole of flight sim communities acknowledge that it's freaking amazing. But you know, I don't know if you've checked out Oz Flight Simmer, Mike Coffee. I'm sure you've heard of Oz Flight Simmer. You can check out Oz Flight Simmer. I think he flies either the RJ Professional or the BA 146. He also flies the Fokker. I think it's the F28, right? I don't know which one he flies. Yeah, the Fokker F28 or something like that. Yeah, Oz flies. I haven't seen him in a long time. Yeah. He's kind of hard to catch for me, but I like his streams. They're very, very relaxing and very nice. When I can, I do catch his streams, and he does fly quite a number of retro stuff. He doesn't just, you know, fly the modern stuff. So that's, if you're someone who's into BA 146 and the RJs and Fokker F28s, I think he loves to fly them very regularly. Okay, let's see, what are we looking at? TOD is right there. We're coming up on 149. We've been flying a while now. Okay, I think let's switch to another cinematic before we begin our descent. Oh yeah, I like that. We are so high up in the atmosphere. This aircraft is not compatible with GFX effects, which means we do not have contrails. Which is kind of a shame if you ask me, right? It does not have GFX effects and is not compatible with the contrails, so that's not pretty cool. I think it's okay though. In all honesty, I think it's pretty fine. In either case, not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. I appreciate those flying heavies, and FIFA is in full swing here in Vancouver. That's right, I know nothing about the World Cup stuff. Maybe I need to do some flights related to it, right? So I need to do that. Now this aircraft does not have any contrails anyway. We should have had contrails on today's flight, but we didn't. So that's not pretty good. That is not good. I think I need to turn down my gain a little bit on the mic so we can have better audio levels for you guys, and I don't blow out your eardrums once in a while. I don't know, I think I sound pretty good right now. Yes, I do. Okay, it's all good. We need to start our descent here. I don't know what ATC is doing. We need to start our descent, and it has to happen as quickly as possible. Let's jump into the cockpit here. GSX looks... Mr. Mike Coffee, are you talking about GSX or GFX? And you're saying GFX causes CTD with some streamers? GFX? FX? FX. GFX is what you're talking about. You're talking about GSX. Yeah, GSX is trouble central as usual. GSX is a lot of trouble. It's amazing, don't get me wrong. GSX really brings your entire thing to life, your flight to life. However, it has a lot of issues that need ironing out. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Mike Coffee, for liking this stream, man. Okay, I think it's time for us to call ready for descent, pretty much, isn't it? Let's go to our performance here and get some stuff tuned up for us, so we can input that into our FMC and get ourselves ready for our descent into Jakarta. So let's change our parameters here and do that. Okay, let's change our parameters here and do that right here. Let's come here, populate. Well, no, we're way up here for sterile cockpit. Sterile cockpit is enforced below 10,000 feet. Okay, so we've got our information, I think. Okay, let's come down here. Let's put this in QNH 29 or 88. Temperature at 31 degrees, warm day. 090/07. Enter destination data. This is destination data. We're going full here. Barrel, I don't know. I want to do radio, but we don't have any barrel. Just put this in. Okay, that is good enough for us. What is our final descent altitude? Potentially is about 1,000, but let's see what ATC clears us to. Okay, we're ready for descent. If ATC can help us with that. We can always ask for descent by ourselves. We don't have to wait for these guys to give us a descent, but I think for the most part I would like to wait. I'd like to wait for the descent clearance from ATC for the most part, I guess. I guess so. Let's come in here. We're looking good on all. Yeah, let's just jump back into the flight deck. I think we need to request some. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna give us our descent today automatically here. So we just have to go in and request for it by ourselves. That's pretty much what we have to do now. According to what I'm looking at on the screen, everybody, what I'm looking at on the screen. Alright, let's request descent. Jakarta radar, a Malaysian 001 heavy requesting descent.
Malaysian 001 heavy, descent to flight level 340.
Descent to flight level 340. We've also been cleared with a star and an arrival runway apparently. We interrupted it too near. Okay, let's begin our descent. Okay, so we are arriving into Jakarta with runway 7 right. And I think we're going to use the ILS. We're just going to do ILS for now. If they make us change it, we will. Bunny 2F is what we're using. Bunny 2 Foxtrot is what we're using. So we're going to go in and do that right now. And then after that, we're going to say descent to 340. Okay, that's all fine. Let's come to our flight plan here. Just make sure that there's no issue with this flight plan. There very well could be. Apparently there isn't, so we're good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and tune in our frequency for ILS into runway 07 right at Jakarta. That is 110.50. Let's put that into our radio here. It is correct, 110.50 and 68. That's all good. So we're already tuned in and ready to go with our ILS. That has been done for us automatically here by the FMC, and that's exactly what I want to see. That is exactly what I want to see. Yeah. We're just continuing on our descent, I guess. Ooh, very nice sounds there. Very, very nice sounds. I think I've fallen in love with my background music a little too much. The one that's jazz. I enjoy jazz a little too much, I suppose. It's so relaxing. It's the only music that can make you feel this way. It's not boring, it's just relaxing. Lee Morgan. I have no idea who that is, to be honest with you. I'm someone who's out of touch with the rest of the world, I suppose. This is relaxing, yes it is. You just watch 2 streams. Don't worry about it. I do worse sometimes, Mr. Mac Coffee. Okay, we're just continuing our descent here. At least we are well on our arrival into Jakarta. Okay, we're not too far away at all. In fact, I'm a little worried we might be too high, but I don't think that's true. I think we'll be just fine. Should be a fairly easy arrival. I've never been into Jakarta, so I have no idea. So we'll see how this one goes. We still have no visual of a landfall, although I suspect in the distance I do see a bit of green lingering. Malaysian 001 Heavy, descend to flight level 270. I said that the other way around, didn't I?
Malaysian 001 Heavy, descend to flight level 270.
Descend to flight level 270, Malaysian 001 Heavy. There you go, that's better. I think once I get a little more used to ATC, I will be able to jump on VATSIM. Descend via star to 5,000 feet, QNH 1012, Malaysian 001 Heavy, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great flight.
Okay, we're going down all the way to 5,000 feet, about time. And QNH has been given. We'll just wait for transition altitude. We'll put in QNH 1012. You can always use the local controller setup for the flight sim that puts in the QNH automatically if you want to do that. For me, I have that control assigned to the key B. To the button B in Microsoft Flight Simulator, ladies and gentlemen. That's how I like to roll. Alright. I'm feeling a little loopy at this point. I think all the streaming has made me a little bit tired of today. It's the second stream. I do have a couple more streams today coming up as well. Within the next 12 hours, I've got another stream and stuff. I still haven't been able to record a video for you guys, which I need to do if I can today. At least one video. But if I do a video, then I'll only do one other stream in the next 12 hours. So that's how I like to do things. I like to do them in 12-hour blocks. That's how I like to do it, man. Okay, auto brakes. We can go low on the auto brakes. Jakarta should have enough room for us to land. Yeah, we should be fine. Until we are handed off now. Yo, Jakarta, yeah. Until we are handed off. Like the kids say, that's how you roll. That's right. That's right. That's how you roll. Wait for the stream to end, then you'll make yourself a Japanese iced coffee. Oh yes, that sounds fantastic. An iced coffee. Oh well, yes. That is exactly the way to go, Mr. My Coffee. You've got to, you know, relax with an iced coffee. Nothing is better than an iced coffee. And I keep forgetting to make myself one before streaming. I'll tell you what, if you think this is a good stream, I have much better stream with coffee in me. A good old cold coffee in me, and my stream is going to be 10 times better. From next time, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to start drinking coffee, and you're going to know how much better that stream is going to be. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do this, yeah? From next stream onwards, I'm gonna make sure I have that cold coffee. Japanese iced coffee shocks the coffee compared to regular iced coffee. Is that right? What is it? Is it like a special Japanese coffee bean or something of the sort?
Jakarta radar, Nodule 378 heavy, flight level 329.
Ooh. What is it looking like for us here? We're still good. Our airport is 60 nautical miles as the crow flies. With our track here, it's going to be much, much longer. I suppose maybe even 80 or 100 nautical miles, but we'll be there. Technique, you pour steady over ice. Oh, okay, it's a technique that makes it. All right. Interesting. The Japanese know their stuff, man. Ah. Well, you see, the way I make iced coffee is a little bit more modernized, if I would like to say that. Well, it depends. If I'm making an iced coffee for purely enjoyment or for function, because if it's for function, it's completely different. If it's for function, I do not use milk. I simply use cold water, creamer, a little bit of sugar, and the coffee. That's all I use if it's functional. It's just I use a really good creamer, so the coffee comes out really nice. That's all I do. And obviously the coffee. But if we're doing for enjoyment, then I like to indulge a little bit. I like to indulge a little bit. The whole deal, you know what I mean? And if I'm really pressed for time, then I just go black coffee. If I really need that extra boost of energy and it needs to be done, I just go for black. Without sugar, works even better. It's very, very, not very palatable there, but does the job. I think the perfect balance for me is to use that creamer. It's very easy, very quick. And it's very functional for me. While streaming, it's a very useful thing. By volume, it contains a lot of coffee too, you know, so it's a lot of caffeine. It's very good. I haven't had a proper cold coffee in a long time. I think I should get some. I see a white coffee and I want to make it black. Lol, I changed the lyric. I've only ever had one white coffee that I really liked in my life. And I have to say it was amazing. It was some sort of Dalmar coffee or something from, yeah, it was Dalmar, I think. I don't even know how to pronounce that company properly. Dalmar? Dalmar, yes, it's Dalmar. It was amazing. It was so good. It was so good. It's the only time I enjoyed a white coffee or a white chocolate or whatever you want to call that thing. It wasn't chocolate, it was coffee. It had coffee in it, so. Okay, they have 24-hour cold coffee taste. 24-hour cold coffee. Tastes like shoe leather. Yeah, there are some really disgusting coffees out there. Make the coffee, let it sit for 24 hours. That is gross. That must be so terrible. Yeah, cold brew, but still. Oh my word. I mean, if you did that with... oh, no. I'm not someone who likes to let coffee sit. You make the coffee, you have to maintain the temperature of the coffee that you just made, and you must consume it immediately. You cannot leave it. That's not good. That is not for me. I do not like stale coffee, whether it's put in the fridge or not. That is what I call stale coffee. I like it fresh. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I don't know who would pay to drink that. Interestingly, I am familiar with the taste of shoe leather and shoe polish. I know that sounds weird, but I am. Do you ever smelt... I don't know if you remember those old-timer shoe polishes. You know, the ones that used to come in the tin? The black, sticky waxy shoe polish, not the spray-on fancy stuff that you have, but the old-fashioned black sticky polish, shoe polish that used to come in a little compressed tin that you had to press and open. Those things, if you smell them hard enough, and they had such an addictive smell, you couldn't stop smelling them. If you smell that thing hard and you take a nice big whiff, it leaves a taste on your tongue. That is what shoe leather tastes like in my head. I remember the smelly cream I had to use for my white shoes when I was in a marching band. Ah, yes. I've never used those myself. I've only ever used the black, smelly, like the petroleum smelling polish is what I've used. It used to give one hell of a shine though. One hell of a shine. Shine like no other. I've never seen a shine like that with anything modern. It's so hard to find these days. Okay. All right. Coming up on just 14,000 feet, we're good. Let's put down our ground spoilers just so we help our aircraft catch up with it. Do some speed, and you'll never forget, for silverware like a tea set, that stuff would wake the dead. Ah. Tea set. Drop a tea set. How about that? Oh, yeah. Polishing the tea set. Got an altitude restriction there at 13,000 feet. Why have they not handed us over to your Jakarta radar approach? Come on, hand me over. Me feetsies are tingling for a nice little landing. Yes, me feetsies are tingling. What a beautiful, gentle, swooping curve right there. Let's take a look at that. Ah, we have landfall, everybody. As if we're in a ship. But there is a land. There is a land. You just have that streamer accent. Cool. The streamer accent? I'm not aware about what you're talking about. I'm someone who has a variety of accents that just show up once in a while, and I promise you, I'm not doing them on purpose. It just comes out. One day I'm something. I see land and not a mirage. Yes, you do. You do. Oh, thank you for the compliment in either case, Mr. My Coffee. You're very kind. Oh, come on. It seems like ATC is ignoring us. I hate it when they do that. Seems like they're pretty much waiting for us to reach 5,000 before they say anything further. We've got transition altitude QNH 1012. Let's go ahead and set that up. Is that accurate? Yes, it is. To turn out that it is accurate. There you go. 1012 QNH set. And on our way down. Now we need to help our aircraft a little bit, don't we? 12,000, 12,900, 5,000. Do we need to help our aircraft a little bit? Let us try. Let's give it a little bit of speed brake. And let the aircraft dip its nose. Okay, if we look off to our left here, we should be able to see the airport somewhere. There it is. That is the airport right there, ladies and gentlemen. There is Jakarta. Now it's called Hatta Airport, but there is the primary airport that serves Jakarta, Indonesia, a major city in this part of the world. They're one of the major destinations that is near Kuala Lumpur. So there we go. There's our airport. We can't really have a good peek at it just yet, but we will be able to shortly, hopefully.
Malaysian 001 Heavy.
Finally.
Radar east 127.9.
Contact Jakarta radar east 127.9er Malaysia 001 Heavy. Malaysian, but whoa, guys, I got a problem. Oh, my bad, come on. There you go. Okay, we got a problem there. Let's go down. I accidentally pressed slew mode. Completely my mistake, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and tune in. We didn't do too much damage. 127.9er. So let's go ahead and tune that in. 9er. Jakarta radar east Malaysian 001 Heavy, flight level 120 descending to flight level 050.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, Jakarta radar east, information anti-current, good morning. QNH 101 to expect the ILS approach runway.
It's definitely a beautiful place to visit, Mr. My Coffee. Information Y, QNH 101 to expect the ILS approach, runway 07 right, Malaysian 001 Heavy, thank you. Okay, so now, let's do that. Speed brake is still out, yes it is, on purpose. Let's go down there with the range. Yeah, I want the speed brake out because I want us to. You know what, I'll leave the speed brake up because it's complaining so much. We're okay. Put down our slats there. 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead. Turn on all of this. We're technically supposed to now start sterile cockpit, but hey, it's a stream. We can't really do that, I suppose, I guess. We'll do sterile cockpit instead from 1,000 feet. Even that, I don't even do that sometimes, eh? 012 approach ILS. We've set up for all of that. We're already ready. We're pretty ready here. Yeah. There we go. We're coming in to Jakarta. It's been 2 hours 21 minutes of this same flight on this live stream. Good lord. Did not notice the time fly. But yeah, it's been 2 hours and 21 minutes with the same flight. We haven't even landed yet. Yeah. Let me not spoil the music for you guys. Maybe I should start singing on live streams, huh? Our speed for the moment is remaining fairly high. I think 185, 187, 187, 143. I think I'd like to leave it like this for now. Or perhaps flaps too.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, cleared direct all pass, cross all pass at or about 5,000 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 07 right.
Cleared direct all pass, cross all pass at or above 5,000 feet. Cleared ILS approach runway 07 right, Malaysian 001 Heavy. Okay, we need to go in at 5,000. Again, we've got a problem here. If we don't go in at 5,000, we're gonna miss it again. Let's go slow. Flaps full. I hate that stupid warning. We'll leave it at flaps 3 for now. Let the aircraft descend here. We need to go down to 5,000 feet. We have to. Will we make it? It seems like we will just about make it. Okay, from there we need to let's have a look at our no, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I thought that was our last turn onto the runway, which it is not, so We will be just fine, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at our setup here. What a gentle flying. It's a very gentle flying aircraft. Obviously not realistic, that's for sure. It's a little too easy and gentle. Feels like you're flying it through jelly. Like just like the old Microsoft Flight Sim model of simulation of fluid dynamics. So that's what this one feels like, and that's a problem. Feels like jelly. Which is why I guess it's so stress-free to fly in a way. That looks absolutely sublime. About to begin our turn here momentarily. There we are. This actually looks quite good. Jakarta isn't looking that bad at all, is it? I don't know why Malaysia, that area around Malaysia particularly looks quite bad in the flight sim, but this area particularly isn't that bad. At least not by first impressions here. We're at 5,000 feet, which is brilliant. We need to put in our localizer as soon as possible. So we're only clear till 5,000 feet. We need to capture the glide slope at 5,000 feet as well. Not too positive about that. 5,000, and here we need to be 4,000. So I'm gonna put it on 4. Leave it on 4 there. We're not gonna capture the glide slope.
Wagon Air 179, clear direct pass, cross pass at or above 5,000 feet. Clear ILS approach runway 07 right.
Clear direct pass, cross pass at or above 5,000 feet. Clear ILS approach.
Localizer on.
7 right. Wagon Air.
Localizer caught. Approach mode on. Glide slope caught. And we are looking good. Okay, let's put down our gear here. Shall we do that? LS. Approach. There we are. Okie dokie. Landing gear down. The animation on the gear is done really well. Although the level of detail on the gear is not sufficient, the animations are fantastic. It's beautiful for a freeware, but needs work for sure. Okay, let's switch to flight mode. Let's turn on sky dolly at this point if we wanna. Yeah, we should turn on sky dolly. Oh lord, I've been recording this whole flight by mistake. Recording flight now, once again. Flaps full, everything is set. TCAS is good to go, everything is good to go. Let's set this up here for taxi. Let's turn this one on. All of that is good to go, and we are ready, ladies and gentlemen, for our landing. Are we clear to land yet? Cleared approach. Let's see if they clear us for landing. Well, we are clear to approach, so it's all right. Now let's see if they clear us for landing. We don't have the best visibility.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, contact Sukarno at the tower 120.25. Have a good morning.
Contact Sukarno Hatta Tower 120.25. Good morning, Malaysia 001 Heavy.
Negative tower on 120.25.
Tower on 120.25. Malaysian 001 Heavy. Okay, let's contact and get our clearance. Hatta Tower, Malaysian 001 Heavy, established on ILS approach runway 07 right.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, Sukarno Hatta Tower, weight 070 degrees, 5 knots, runway 07 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 07 right, Malaysian 001 Heavy. There we go, we got our landing clearance and we're good to go. We're good to go. Two thousand feet. Yeah, actually Jakarta does not look that terrible. Compared to Malaysia, it's much better in the sim. Yeah, Jakarta looks much better than Malaysia in the sim. Yep, that's pretty accurate. Switching between the views there does cause a little bit. I mean, I'm not complaining. Oh yeah, we look good. It's very realistic. Did I just see another aircraft there? Okay, I don't know. Alright, it's almost time for us to disconnect the autopilot. We'll do that at 1,000 feet as usual. Come in for a landing. Cabin check. Let's see if we can get that to go away. Yeah. Do I have visual? Don't tell me that's the runway. No, that's not the runway. Okay, never mind. 1,000 feet coming up. 1,000. 1,000. My aircraft. Following glide slope. If the glide slope does not match the actual poppy lights and the runway, we are screwed because I cannot see. Very temperamental here.
Minimum.
We're gonna proceed. Although we have no visuals, we're gonna proceed here. Runway in sight.
300.
Piston view.
300.
Piston view. Yep, they don't agree. The poppy lights and the glide slope do not agree. Ah, this is good enough.
100. 80. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Yeah, I just love the way how this thing flies.
Sukarno Hatta Tower, wind 070 degrees, 5 knots, runway 07 right, clear to land.
Runway 07 right, cleared to land.
Auto brake off.
Welcome everybody to Jakarta.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, exit next available taxiway.
Exit next available taxiway, Malaysian 001 Heavy.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, contact ground 121.75.
Contact ground 121.75 Malaysian 001 Heavy. Okay, we're gonna stop ourselves in here. We're gonna take a look at that. Let's put our flaps up. Put our speed brakes down. And let's turn here. See, this is why I like this aircraft. This is why I loved it so much back when I used to fly it. Alright, let's tune the ground and ask them for some guidance here. 12175. So let's tune that. Okay. Hatta ground, Malaysian 001 Heavy, requesting a taxi to gate G13.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, welcome to Sukarno Hatta, taxi via Sierra 4, Echo Charlie 2, hold short of runway 07 right.
Taxi to gate G13 via Sierra 4, Echo Charlie 2, hold short, runway 07 right. That doesn't make any sense. Waiting to cross runway 07 right. Ah, okay, that's fine. Conquest Aviation 1, hello there, welcome to the live stream. How are you doing, man? No, the Airbus does not call me that interesting name before landing on this one, so that's pretty cool, right? Let's configure our lights here. We'll put that off. We'll put this off here. This is already on taxi, right? Yes, it is. We don't need our strobe lights. We can put that back on automatic. Let's head down to our TCAS here. Put that on standby. Leave everything else exactly how it is. Squawk quad remains exactly how it is. Let's see if the taxiway has shown up correctly. We need to wait to cross the runway. Okay, let me just talk to them. Waiting to cross runway 07 right, Malaysian 001 Heavy.
Malaysian 001 Heavy, hold short of runway 07 right, arriving traffic.
We're already out of runway 07 right. What are you talking about? I just landed there, man. Hold position, arriving traffic, Malaysian 001 Heavy. So yeah, that's something for Beyond ATC to work on. I'll hold short right here. It's a weird place to hold short right in the junction, but I think it's a nice place for us to watch the arriving traffic. Oh, there. He's already touched down. Oh, very nice airport. Yeah, that's such a weird thing for these guys to tell us to do. Oh, come on. Ah, I see why. I see why. It wants me to turn around. I'm not doing that. It wants me to turn around, go back across the runway. The diagram is messed up. I'm not doing that. What does it want me to do? Sierra 4. And then Echo Charlie 2. Sierra 4, Echo Charlie 2. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't even know where Echo Charlie 2 is. Is it going to let me cross or not? Sierra Charlie 4. Okay, I can see Sierra Charlie. No, Echo Charlie, not Sierra Charlie. God. Such a pain, such a pain. There is no Echo Charlie here that I can see. Where is Echo Charlie? There is no Echo Charlie. Yeah, this is one of those airports where Beyond ATC is like, hey, good luck to you. I expected it's Jakarta anyway. Okay. So it's gate G13, right? Yeah, it's gate G13. If we're looking for gate G13, I think I can find it. What? Yeah, I can't find it. What does he want me to do? We're still holding short. Come on. Hatta ground, requesting taxi to gate.
Sukarno Hatta ground Malaysian 001 heavy. You are cleared to taxi to gate Golf 13. Proceed to Sierra 44, hold short.
Clear to taxi to gate G13. Proceed to Sierra 44, hold short.
Sukarno Hatta ground Malaysian 001 heavy. You are cleared to taxi to gate Golf 13. Proceed to Sierra 44.
This is messed up. What have I done again? Yeah, this is messed up. It wants me to go back. I'm not going back. Yeah, this is a little bit messed up here. We're just going to do this ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go in and park ourselves into gate... Gate what? Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Let's hold short of Sierra 4. And then let's see what it says. Yeah, this is one of those airports where Beyond ATC has no idea what's going on. Now let me see what it will let me do. Ground Malaysian 001 heavy requesting taxi to gate G13 holding short Sierra 44. Okay, this is useless.
You are cleared to taxi to gate Golf 13. Proceed to Sierra 44, hold short.
Oh my god, I see why it's sending me there though. I get it. I finally get it. I get it. Oh lordy. Hold on. I get it. My bad. You guys didn't see that. Okay, let's go. The airport has basically two wings. And the other side, to get to the other side, this is the only way. Makes sense. So let's just taxi ourselves in. There you go. That makes sense. It's gonna be a long taxi, guys. I'm sorry. But it's gonna be a long taxi. There you go. This makes sense. Echo Charlie finally makes sense. Because Echo Charlie is on the other side of the airport. It's sticking out of the end of the runway we just landed at. So yeah, my bad. Sorry, Beyond ATC. My lack of expertise in following proper taxi instructions at airports with ATC. Sorry. Welcome to Jakarta, everybody. We're going to be on a long, swindling taxi. We'll go around and park ourselves at the gate requested by, well, ATC, I guess. Stay in the middle of the taxiway here. I don't want no trouble, Mr. ADC. That was a good landing. Hopefully we'll get to see the landing replay tonight. The taxi is extremely long. And, since I'm in the process of learning how to do things a little more properly for VATSIM, in an attempt to try and do VATSIM, look at where it's sending us. It's literally sending us through the jungle, everybody. This taxi is literally through the jungle. I'm not sure our wings can fit through that. I do not think that a heavy jet should be sent this way. Why did you just make me land at the other runway? There's a literal parallel runway on the other side of the freaking airport. Could have just given me that. I don't know. There could be 1,000 reasons why that could be closed, so I'm not gonna complain here.
All aircraft via device information zone now current QNH1012.
We're on the ground, so that no longer matters to us unless visibility drops very heavily. Okay, we need to take this turn right here. There we go. It's literally sending us to the jungle, guys. And it wants me to take a left here. Well, if you say so.
Static 7364, gate Echo 1 to request pushback. Static 7364, Sukarno, halfway ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face north. Pushback and engine start approved. Face north. Static 7.
Oh, it's a long taxi. Feels quite trippy to be taxiing with trees on either side. But need to give it a bit more speed so that we can reach today. I love the engine sounds. Listen to this.
Static 7364, request taxi. Static 7364, taxi to holding point Sierra Niner, runway 07 right, via November Charlie 6 November Papa 1, Whiskey Charlie 2 Sierra Papa 1 Sierra Charlie Niner Sierra Niner. Taxi to holding point Sierra Niner, runway 07 right, via November Charlie 6 November Papa 1, Whiskey Charlie 2 Sierra Papa 1 Sierra Charlie Niner Sierra Niner.
I need to check out the landing replays, guys. It's coming, I promise you. Let's put on some ground music. We've landed now. Oh, Jakarta, why did you do that? The resolutions here are not fantastic. Could definitely use a bit of updating. But hey, it's a different part of the world. Nice to fly in. Let's give it a bit of power. Scenery is having a rough time loading as well. It's not optimized around these parts. Initial load stutters are quite high. Oh, there's a slide. Whee! We gained a bit of speed there, quite a bit. Okay, this side of the airport. Time for us to... we just have to follow the... we have to pump the brakes a little bit. No, that's too much. Wonder why Navigraph wants my phone number. I think it's just to verify. I think you'll be okay. Got blank liveries with FSLTL. I don't like that. I need to stop using blank liveries. I need to change that in my settings. Perhaps I'll download some AIG models or something. Yeah, airport looks okay. Airport is just fine. Not too bad at all. Obviously, it's not the, it's not a very sought after airport or anything like that in the flight sim community, so it's not going to be the best in the world, but it's not too bad at all. It's good enough. Does the job, right? Okay, we are to turn left right here apparently.
665A at the gate, Echo 3 to request pushback. Traffic 665A, Sukarno at the ground, pushback and engine start approved. Phase east.
So the brake behavior of this aircraft is kind of funny.
Traffic 665A.
Braking behavior is funny. Should ideally start up the APU, right? Okay. Let's take this turn right here. And we need to find ourselves at the very end. There we go. Those are the parkings referred to as Spot G.
Lion Inter 866, take Alpha 52, request pushback. Lion Inter 866, Sukarno had a ground, pushback approved. Face southwest. Pushback approved, face southwest, Lion Inter 866. Static 7364, contact Sukarno had a tower 120.25. Contact tower 120.25, static 7364.
We're just gonna park straight into this gate dead ahead of us, and once we do that, you can go ahead and check out the landing replays, ladies and gentlemen. Won't be long now. It's just dead ahead. The gate dead ahead is where we're parking. We've been on the ground a while now, haven't we? Okay, pumping the brakes.
Static 6658, ready to taxi to be active. Static 6658, taxi to holding point Sierra 9er, runway 07 right, via November, Papa 1 Whiskey Charlie 2 Sierra Papa 1 Sierra Charlie 9er, Sierra 9er. Taxi to holding point Sierra 9er, runway 07 right, via November.
We have a marshal. Oh, okay. We've got the thing. We're good.
Sierra 9er, static 6658. Line Inter 866, request taxi to be active. Lion Inter 866, taxi to holding point Sierra 9er, runway 07 right, via SEX Sierra Charlie 5 School, Whiskey Charlie 2 Sierra Papa 1 Sierra Charlie 9er, Sierra 9er. Taxi to holding point Sierra 9er, runway 07 right, via SEX Sierra Charlie 5 School, Whiskey Charlie 2 Sierra Papa 1 Sierra Charlie.
Okay, finally. We are in. Okay. We are in and we're ready to cut engines, but we're not going to do that because we need to go ahead and take a look at the landing replay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, time for our landing replay. Let's see if that worked out well. Replay mode. Yeah, we've been on the ground for about 20 minutes now, literally. So let's go ahead and see how this went. Okay, I have to be careful here. The frame rates aren't so fantastic in this particular airport, which means there we go, let's play. Let's go a little closer. Closer, closer, closer and 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 closer.
200.
Okay, we'll take it from here. Landing replay, first one, everyone.
100. 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Well, that was good. I mean, it was expected though. Right? It was pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and watch that landing replay. Let's do it from this point of view. Or we can do it from this point of view.
100, 80, 70, 60, 50.
Which one?
40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Welcome to Jakarta, everyone. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at that landing. That's too... No, that's too much. Should we try this view? Yeah, we'll try this view, why not?
100, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Yeah, that was a very gentle touchdown. The reverses did work, but the animations do not show up in replay mode, I suppose. Okay, let's try. Let's try this view. We'll also have a couple more views and then we'll call it. Landing gear textures aren't the best.
40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Alright, some more landing replays, everybody.
300.
Landing 6658. Contact Sukarno Hatta Tower 120.25.
200.
Contact Tower 120.25. Landing 6658.
You know what?
100. 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Yeah, that was okay. In the end, the corrections worked. Although we're off to the right-hand side of the runway, the corrections worked, and I think I brought it back right on time there. Okay, let's go ahead and play some flyby views.
200. 100. 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Flying Inter 866. Contact Sukarno Hatta Tower 120.25. Over to Tower 120.25. Flying Inter 866.
Okay, let's watch that replay right here.
30, 20, 10, 5. Thirty, 20, 10, 5.
Okay, last few.
40, 50, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jakarta. Let's go ahead and find ourselves where we left our aircraft, which is going to take a while here today. So let me just fast forward it as much as possible. Okay. There we are. There we are. And there we are. Okie dokie. We don't need to worry about the brake fans being, the brakes being too hot and all of that stuff. I think we have our APU running, so let's go ahead and shut down engines 1, 2. Iced coffee made. Very nice, Mr. Mike Coffee. There we go, engine shutdown. GSX. Okay, now if you take a look at the ground texture, at the gear details and textures, they're not so great. That's one of the biggest issues that I have with this aircraft in terms of texturing. Neither are the wings or the wheels or any of this stuff. They're not perfect by any means, but you know, freeware, so yeah, not too terrible. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jakarta. Let's go back inside here. Get these down because we're not doing a return leg. Let's get that off. Let's get our fuel pumps off. We don't need them. Let's get that off. Let's get these off here. Let's get that this can come off, that can come off, that can come off, that can come off, that can come off. This remains on for now. Anything else that we need to do here? Not according to my knowledge at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is where we will leave it. Yeah, this is how we're going to leave our aircraft here today. Put all of this on off. Yeah, but apart from that, this is exactly where we're going to leave our aircraft with APU running, passengers deboarding. Alright, thank you so much everyone for tuning into this live stream here. We checked out the Headwind A339-900. We didn't take a detailed walk around thing though. It doesn't really have a walk around, but still. It looks fantastic enough for a freeware, I guess. It's very nice to fly. It's a very, very good beginner flight simming aircraft. If you're a beginner to flight simming and you're overwhelmed by everything, this is the aircraft for you. It doesn't get better than this. Trust me. So this is the one you want to start with. However, you know, once you get a little bit more accustomed to things, I don't think this is the aircraft you want to be flying. That's just my honest opinion. There's a lot more work in the texturing department. There's a little more work to be done in the flight model department. If I'm not wrong, again, I'm not a pilot, I wouldn't know. But that's what I feel like having flown the other aircrafts, and it definitely needs a GSX profile that I need to install. But yeah, overall, not so bad at all. Hope you guys had a good time. Thank you everyone who tuned in. Like, comment, subscribe, do all of that good stuff for the channel. In the live chat, Mr. Mike Coffee, thank you so much for your active participation. Much appreciated, man. Who else was in here? And JJ Steven FSS. That's pretty much it, but thank you so much. I shall catch you guys in the next one, and until then, take care of yourselves. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Sierra, SD Charlie 13, request pushback and engine start.
Freeman Air Tango Sierra Sukarno, at the ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
Pushback approved.